So hello and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the Alex again, his Dust2 demo, the long-awaited Dust2 demo. Seeing what happens in this game, Alex thought that he played pretty decent, I believe he said. Hopefully that is a direct quote and I'm not misremembering, but I think that's what he said. So let's see if he played pretty decent, or shall we destroy his confidence and demoralize him. Okay, pistol round, you take long, it's fine. With 2, it's good. This is not based on you, but a big noob mistake, which is not something you're doing, but just in general players do at low ranks, is they leave a pistol guy just to fuck around in mid, and we have 2 B site. God, I hate solo queue Dust2 because people don't understand positions. Ideally, we have 3 on A, 2 on long, 1 on short. Third guy helps long at the start of the round, then moves to short to take information. And then we could play either 1 on site and 1 spotting mid for information, or 1 spotting mid from a position of safety and 1 B. Playing 2 committed B site doesn't make sense, in my humble opinion. But then again, what do I know? Nothing. Okay, so you're... Alright, you expect him to pick on the left side, he doesn't, he picks on the right side, and he deletes you. Nothing too bad that round, your aim wasn't bad, took long properly, it's fine. Nothing much to say there. Okay, so you force by 5-7. Play close again. Typically the way I like to play Dust2 is have 1 guy play corner position, 1 guy play pit. First guy plays corner, second guy crosses to pit. Once you have established pit control and you don't see anything, corner guy can leave and go play short and secure this sight line. And then as to whether you push long, it should only be dependent on what information you have. So in this round it's obviously a B take, so I'm guessing that your teammate's going to see bomb and 2 people and probably com that it's B, and that gives you freedom to push long, which is good. Just bear in mind that pushing long is very risky. Like, this angle is awful as a CT to take, right? It's super disadvantageous. There could be a T holding directly like this, there can be a T holding on top of these boxes, there can be a T holding from car, there can be a T holding from the right side, there could be a T holding from the left side, there could be a T holding from middle from the left side. This is a super risky angle to take, and when you take this risk, you need to be remembering that it's very risky and not taking it like, you don't need to be pushing long every round. In some instances, it's better to be safer and go back down long towards A site, for example. But this round, obviously, it's fine because your teammates have commed that it's B and you know bomb is B. I don't necessarily think that it's a good idea to be taking this T spawn route. Now, the advantage, obviously, is it's very likely you catch someone off guard, maybe even get a kill by coming this route. But the problem is, if the Ts were a bit faster and planted the bomb, which obviously they will be at a higher level, you are nowhere near the bomb, so by the time you get to the bomb you're going to have very little time. You do have a kit at least, but you're also not in a position to help your teammate at all. So generally, if the bomb's down or the T's already have sight, it's better to come this way because it's closer, it's faster to get to the site, and also you're in a position to help your teammates. You can either help them on this side or help them on the tunnel side. However, going T-spawn can be fine if you know that you have time, or that you know you have bomb control, or that there's no rush. But just bear in mind the 2 different routes, because I doubt they expect you here. Yeah, he doesn't expect you to be so far behind. Now you do have a kit, so you could go for this. Yeah, he has a better gun than you, so you back off. Okay, you're saving 5-7, that could be good. There's no reason to... You have armor, you have a kit, you have a 5-7, you have 5 HP, right? You can't win a fight against these 2 players. At least you shouldn't be able to. I don't know, unless you hit like an insane shot. But what's the percentage of winning either of these fights? Like 5%, maybe less? So it would make more sense just to run and save. And then next round you have armor, you have a 5-7, you have a kit. And it could be useful in the 3rd round, right? Okay, so... yeah, you're not saving, you are trying to get a kill, I guess. Oh, he takes a ton of bomb damage? No, he still kills you. So even with him taking 50% health from bomb damage, he still has... Your still chance of winning that fight so low, it's probably better off to save, but that's fine. Just have that in the back of your head as an option that you can save. You don't have to... Okay, just be careful here that you want your gun out when you pick this corner, because if they have a good long spawn, they can be like here, like where I'm looking, as you're peeking. So we don't want to knife out when we're crossing, because if he had good timing, he could be out and catch you off guard, and it's a free kill, or it should be a free kill. Again, this kind of thing isn't punished at low ranks, so it can take longer for people to learn things like timing, because the T's are not good enough to punish you for crossing with the knife out. Okay, so you play close. I don't mind that you're playing close because you have MP9. Also, playing sight elevation is good. Meaning, playing on top of the barrel is strong, because with his crosshair, he's going to pick this angle and then come out this angle, and then obviously he's not going to be aiming at your head, so that's good. I might tuck a little more, I might be more on the left than you are, but that's fine. Is this guy going to come through? Yep. Okay, probably should have got that kill, but he did crouch under you a bit, so whatever. I'd say you had the advantage in that fight because of range, and also because you picked a good position, but he just crouched under your spray. Okay, Felico. It's good that you're actually ecoing this round, better than the Inferno game, but I think you said that in Inferno your team was just doing whatever the fuck they wanted, so you were just like, might as well buy. So you actually catch another player off guard by coming through the T-spawn route. This round it makes a lot more sense to come through the T-spawn route, because obviously bomb's not down and you have B-side control, so this is fine. It's a good route selection. So if they don't have B-site, and you have a timing where you push long, going T-spawn is fine and good, it works. But if they have B-site and they're planting the bomb, maybe think about going down mid and being a bit more faster to help your teammates retake the site. But in this occasion, it was a good choice for what route to take. Oh, yeah. So obviously this is not good. Oh shit, I think you're even going to win this fight, despite it not being good. Wow, so this is like a perfect example of what I was trying to say. So you should be punished here. Honestly, you should be dead here, and it should be like a lesson for you. But unfortunately, because the T is not very good, it's not a lesson, and it means that you don't sort of have the same, like, oh, I need to do this better. Which is one of the problems playing lower ranks. We don't learn what's good and what's bad quickly enough, which can slow down our progress in learning. So when we take this angle, we want our crosshair ready to go, right, with our gun. So when we get to this corner, as soon as we take this fight, crosshair on long doors, gun out, gun out, gun out, gun out, gun out, and get to pit. This guy, for some reason, I think he had good spawn timing. We'll see it from his POV. I think he was yellow. Yeah. So he has good spawn timing. So he should get out long quite fast. He throws, this is just a useless flash. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. His movement also isn't fantastic. But he catches you off guard, right? And he should kill you if he was a good player. He has like 2 seconds to kill you. Even with the Tech 9, he should kill you, but he doesn't. So just bear that in mind when you're playing long. This position setup is very good though, having one guy corner, one guy pit. This is very strong. This is what I told you to have on the pistol round. Because what orange can do, if I was orange, I'd play it more narrow, and then after I take a fight, I can hide. And then as I hide, the T has to come out and be worried about me, and then when he comes out and he's worried about me, you can pop up your head, get a kill, and then you can back off, and then he has to worry about, the next guy has to worry about you, and then this guy can re-peek, right? And it's a super strong setup, so you should actually get kills here, because just purely based on positioning. Okay, good. The spray on the first guy is not great, but you get it under control. And then you can re-peek, and this guy will have 20 HP, so it should be an easy kill. Okay, good. Hopefully you have your gun out. No, don't cross this with a knife out. Gun, every round. Also, play in pit if you had an M4. You don't want to play close range with M4. Okay, gonna flash to take long house control. No, you're just gonna throw the flash for no reason. Now you're taking long house control. Teammates have seen bomb. Okay, didn't see any action that round. Okay, so playing car is fine. This is a very strong AWP angle if you ever play AWP. You can actually get here and take this angle as an AWP, but playing car is a lot safer. Typically, you don't want to play long. You don't want to take long if you're alone. You want to take it with at least 2 and ideally 3. Like the current meta is to take long with 3 people. But so if you're solo, you might want to say, okay, I'm not going to go long this round. You can jump up boxes and go short. You could play sight, or you can play car like this. This is fine. Yeah. Good crosshair placement. Guy jumps beyond your spray. Don't know how you're supposed to predict that. Good flash. So 1v2, very low chance of winning this round. Yeah, you have no chance in this fight because you're using W to move. Which is totally understandable because you're thinking I need to get on the bomb, I need to take the site control. I don't have time, bomb's ticking away, under a ton of pressure. And how can I... This guy obviously can just hide and play with me, so I need to move forwards. But obviously you have no chance in this fight because you're using W, right? In fights, if we have to use W, we're at a massive, massive, massive disadvantage because we're inaccurate while moving. So your only chance really is to like play this angle and then get a lucky timing where he's peeking and hit this shot instantaneously. Otherwise, this guy can just play with you and you have no chance of winning. So yeah. Just based on the Inferno and Dust2 games, if I were you, I would play M4A1S. I wouldn't play M4A4. In my watching these two games, it seems like you're much better with the M4A1S than you are with the M4A4. Like you have a much better time with it. Like every good round I've seen from your CT side, you've been using the A1S, not the M4A4. But I don't know, maybe you feel different, maybe you're more comfortable. Yeah, don't peek with the flash out. Better flash you can do is just chuck it into the sky as you're running. So you run down here, throw it up here, and then you can peek, right? And it can't blind you because it's behind you, and it'll blind all the opponents. This flash is no good because obviously, as you flash, you're exposed. And if the T had a good timing and he was running with his knife out to this corner, you notice the T has his gun out, right? So he's slowed down. Because remember, if we run with a knife out, we're faster than if we run with a gun out. So he throws this pointless flash, which he fails. And he's got his gun out from here, which slows him down. If he had his knife out, he could be at this corner by the time that you've got your flash out. Or if he had a Mac-10, he'd be at this corner. Yeah. And then you just get sandwiched. Also, because you throw the flash the way you do, because you step here, throw the flash, hide, and then re-peek, on the timing that you re-peek, everyone's already out. Whereas if you take the original peek without throwing that bad flash, you would have a good angle, if that makes sense, right? So for example, if you're on this corner now with your gun, it's a very narrow choke point that you're holding at your crosshair, and only one person can fight you at once, right? But because you throw your flash like this, and then you re-peek, now that you've re-peeked, they can pick you from 2 angles because they're already out. So we want to throw a better flash than that. It's also the exact same thing I was explaining on Inferno. Literally, it's the exact same thing. If you can warg your mind to back on the long round, if you play long on Inferno and you hold a narrow angle on mid, when we're far back on long and we're looking at mid Inferno, we can fight one guy at once. But if we play in the open and wider, like in a wider angle, then we have to fight multiple people at once, and we have no chance of winning the fight. Just something to bear in mind. And we lose this round, I guess. Yeah. Whoops. Oh god. Did I just fuck this demo up? I think it's this round that you died. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Sorry for that. My shit demo controls. I only lost a couple of seconds. Right. Here we are. M31S. Again, you have better luck with the M31S, so just buy the M31S, I feel like. This is a very bad smoke. Yeah. Nice, get a good kill though. This smoke doesn't do anything. Just have your gun out on this corner. I like the fact that you're using utility. It's good that you have a mind for utility. You want to give yourself as big an advantage as possible. But sometimes keeping it simple, specifically at lower level, is the best way to go. So when you get to this corner, just pick this with good timing, and you have a better chance than these grenades. Also, we're kind of stranded in this position of long, and part of the reason that you're having difficulty is also because your teammates are not playing long properly. They're not helping you effectively, because ideally when we pick this angle we want someone behind us throwing the grenades for us so we can just concentrate on our aim, but obviously at low level we can't expect that. And now we're sort of in the open, so hopefully you get out of this position. You do, which is great. This is fantastic. Remember, when you get here, since the patch, you can actually just come here, jump on these boxes, and you can get up and take a short angle, or you can just look long from a position of elevation, which is obviously a lot more powerful because we're elevated, which gives us angle advantage, but also we're long range and we have an M31S and we don't want close range angles with the M31S. So bear this in mind. If you're ever in this position, you can come up these boxes and get to a better angle than playing this angle. This angle is not very good with an M31S. Maybe with a 5.7 it could be good, but not with an M4. Also, like, this is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, this guy's spamming. But even if he wasn't spamming, T's are under time pressure. There's a very good chance that they just throw a flash and just rush through the smoke here, because it's not like this smoke is so wide that it's not particularly effective, right? Like if it's a narrow choke point, like here, and you throw a smoke, T's are very unlikely to want to go through because it's so easy for you to kill them. But if it's a super wide smoke like this, I can very easily imagine someone just bouncing a flash off here and then just rushing through the smoke. So this is very dangerous to peek with a grenade out. Right. Uh-oh. Okay, some buy shenanigans. So, in a perfect world, we'd never ever have buy shenanigans and we'd be out of the spawn immediately. Alas, we do not live in a perfect world. But, a tip I can give everyone. If you ever have a round where you're taking too long in buy round, for whatever reason, ideally you never should, but whatever, it happens. If you're taking too long in buy round because people aren't dropping guns, or there was miscommunication, or you're selling something, the one tip I will give you is don't just play the same way that you always have been playing. Bear in mind the timing difference. So we know coming out of spawn, we're super late. So going long might not be a good idea because we're so late. Might be a better idea to come up the boxes and play a more passive angle, or play on the side. Just as a tip. If you're slow out spawn, don't just immediately go to your normal spot because the timing will be completely scuffed. Again, sort of caught in no man's land here. And you die. I would put money on the fact that you kill this guy if you have an M4A1S. Because the M4A4 is a really good gun, by the way. I'm not saying like it's worse than the M4A1S. But this gun requires better spray control than this gun. So you're more effective with this. So I would just be buying this if I were you. Just a tip. But I don't know, maybe like M4A4. I don't know. It's up to you. Both are viable, but I feel like you're way better with the M4A1S in the games that I've seen. Okay, so we're actually taking long as a free, so this is good. This is how we should be taking it. And you do good damage on that guy, but the guy gets in front of you. Bomb is drop B. Easy kill. Going T-spawn again, which is fine, because you had bomb control. So thoughts on CT side? Pretty good. On long. It's a good position for you to take with Jamie if you know what the other person's doing. Things to improve. Make sure that every time you take this angle, you're peeking with a gun out, not a grenade, and not with a knife. So get to this corner, peek with gun, and then if you want to cross the pit, that's fine, but do so with your gun out. First guy should take this angle, second guy should go behind to go to pit. Once you have a guy pit, you can leave long, go back to site. Pushing long is fine, just remember it's super risky, and better teams will punish this quite a lot, because it's very easy for just one person to shut any kind of long push down. But it worked this round, so that's fine. And yeah, some decent rounds. T-side, let's go. Okay, Berettas and pistol. Berettas and pistol is not a good decision. Because we don't have armor. And if we get shot when we don't have armor, we're incredibly inaccurate for I think 3 seconds stacking every time you get shot by a bullet. So, if you had your crosshair perfectly on someone's head, but you took damage for whatever reason, for example a grenade went off, or someone just shot you, like even in the Tootsie, you would be inaccurate and you wouldn't be able to do anything. So even though you do occasionally see Berettas even at professional play, if you want to use Berettas, you need someone to drop them to you. And then they would not have armor because they've bought Berettas, but they might buy a smoke, drop you Berettas and a flash, and then flash for you and smoke for you. But without armor, I advise against buying Berettas, just buy armor. Plus Glock is very strong as well, so no real reason to buy Berettas. Unless you have a specific use for them in mind. Or you're getting flanked in lower tunnel. How does the flank not do anything there? That's crazy. I'm gonna watch that just because I'm curious. You see this guy lower tunnel? He has 3 people. So how does he not get any kills? I'm sorry, Banana, to shame you, but they're all back turns. How does he not get any kill here? It's crazy. Like this should be at least 2 kills. Oh, the timing. Well, he also just whiffs every bullet. Just bear in mind that a CT can push lower. It's not really your responsibility though, because you were playing on the left side, so whatever. Gonna guess you don't do anything here, because you... Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about that. If you get shot, like, by a flying USB, it's whatever, right? You have a molly. Oh, I guess you're gonna molly lower tunnel. Block this guy off. No, you're not. Oh, you are. Okay, good. That's an intelligent play. Just do it a bit faster so that you can come up with your teammate. Right? Because, yeah, this is the correct thing to do. This is smart. There's a guy here. You don't want him pressuring your teammates as you take you mid. Throw the Molotov fast. Knock him off the angle. He might panic, think that he's getting pushed. But if you did it faster, you'd be able to peek with this guy and give yourself a better chance to go on short. But the idea is good. Nice, you tried this guy. It's good. Bomb is long. Okay. I'd guess you get a kill mid here because they probably don't expect you. Yeah. But they have bomb control. But you're behind them? Okay. Okay, so you actually have a good aim on this guy, I think. The problem is your movement. Yeah, you're holding W here. W, 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 W. Stop. Too late. Yeah. That's close. It wasn't aim that lost you that fight, it's the fact that you, so, this is a little higher level, but I'll say it anyway. So if you think about angles like this, so CT here, or a CT here, a better way to peek, as opposed to holding W and running through and then stopping and then shooting, is by using A and D, because we can A, stop, right? A, stop, A, stop, A, stop, A, stop. Can't do it as tight as I would like because it's the spectator cam has got super high sensitivity. But it would be A stop like that, and then you'd be hidden from this angle. A stop like that, hidden from this angle, if that makes any sense. Whereas when running W to stop, we have to hit S, which means we have to move our finger off W and hit S, which obviously takes a lot longer than just hitting A and then D. I don't know if that's helpful. because it's a higher level tip with counter strafing, but that's the reason he lost the fight. Mac 10? Do you not have money for it? I would buy Galil here, but maybe you like Mac 10. But, so, thing that's good about Mac 10 is run and gun, you can move and shoot with it. Problem with Mac 10 is it does very little damage against armored opponents, and obviously it's massively disadvantageous against rifles. And we know our opponents have a lot of rifles because they won the previous round. So a Galil, and you have money for a Galil, would be better. Yeah, you do have money for it, but whatever. Or don't peek with a grenade in your hand. Yeah. I don't think this is a good molly. Maybe you're trying to molly like they're here, like car, but you want to be throwing your grenades from position of safety, not peeking angles with grenades in your hand. 101. That's a decent flash. This is actually a set flash, meaning like this is like a known flash. I don't know if you've like looked this up or something, or if you've just done it on instinct, but it's a good flash. It's very good actually because this guy's got a sniper, and I think it blinds him. Maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does. Good. So we talked about this on Inferno, which is how do I deal with an AWP, right? In this case, it's an auto sniper, which is even more powerful than an AWP. The reason we never see it is because auto snipers are so expensive that they're not really in meta. But it's the same philosophy. If an opponent has a scoped gun like an AWP and it's a very strong weapon, they should be getting easy kills when you push a narrow choke point. Just makes sense, right? They have an AWP, you pick this, you're dead. So how do we counter this? We use utility. In this situation, you use a flashbang, which blinds this guy, at least partially, which makes him come off the angle, which gives you the space to get out long, and then you can pressure him and kill him. So this is very good. It's good that you use this grenade to counter the flash. I would say that because you have a Tech 9, I would prefer that you chase this guy down fast because you have a Tech 9. It's a run and gun gun. You can literally just go and punish this guy. Although, unfortunately, because you don't have great teammates, your teammates should be out with you so that you can run this guy down and then your teammates can trade you. But they're just baiting in long, unfortunately. Well, he's not... Yeah. Nice. Good shot. Really, this guy should back off. But, oh well. Sucks to be him. Because he knows you have a super close range run and gun weapon. Why would he stick around with an AWP? And this guy's gone. Okay, so just as a tip, you can't do this with a Tech 9, so it's not for you. It's for this guy specifically with the SG, but also for the Scout. And if you're in this position and you have an AK or a SG553 or a Galil or a Deagle or an AWP, you can shoot through these windows in this car. So if you know he's here, you can just shoot through the window and you'll deal not 100% damage, but something like 70% damage, and you'll be able to kill him quite quickly. But you can't do it with a Tech 9, I don't think, because it doesn't have same penetration value. And this lets him stay alive because your teammate doesn't kill him. Okay, I mean not the best kill because obviously you're fully moving and then you stop and then reset and he had 10 HP, but still good. 1v1, teammate comes where he is. So second fight, good. First fight, not so good, but you immediately know what the issue is because the second fight you do it properly. You see the guy, you stop, then you shoot. Whereas this guy, you see the guy, you move, then you stop, then you shoot. But important round, 1v1 clutch, very strong T rounds. Great utility on long, important kills, very good. Few buy issues. Oh, don't turn your back. No. Yeah, he did. Well, that's kind of unlucky in a way, but bear in mind that, yeah, the molly won't stop them running through if they're going to run through, because what can they do, right? If I'm here as a CT and I have 3 teammates with me, and they molly, and we all go back, the round's over. Because we have no map control. T's can be out short, they could be tunnels, they can be on B, they can be mid. I have to commit to going through long. It's more of a question mark once the smoke's there, but the smoke comes quite late, at which point they're already out. But just to illustrate my point, what I was saying about long being like very dangerous to push through, and why it's not particularly a good idea to be pushing long every round. You want to only do this with some degree of risk assessment in your brain. Is because when the CTs come through here, even when they have the advantage of 2 of your backs being turned, they still can't win the round because it's just so easy for a T to hold long. There's so many angles for you to hold this position, and so many angles that they have to be worried about, that they still lose even when they get out, right? Like, he kills you, but even after killing you, 90-degree angle this way, 90-degree angle this way. It's so difficult, so just bear that in mind. Like, pushing long is fine, but just bear in mind that it's very risky, and we don't want to be doing it as a habit. We only want to be doing it if we have guaranteed information that there's no one holding us outside long. Otherwise that will happen. Peeking mid like this with a Galil's not great. Just, yeah, you die. So particularly at a higher level as well, but even at lower level, taking mid is very risky. We want a good smoke that blocks this off so that they can't peer up mid and shoot us. We want to be able to get to the attacking phase of the round before CTs have an opportunity to kill us. Or rather, without CTs having an opportunity to kill us. So just like running down mid like this is not great. A better thing to do would be with the Galil. I wouldn't come suicide at all. I would only ever drop suicide if I had an AWP. If I didn't have an AWP, then I would come around this way, ideally have an Xbox smoke, but maybe we don't get that at lower level, and then come up catwalk, because even without the smoke, this fight with the angle elevation and that you're only ahead is a lot better than this fight where you are in the middle of middle and the CT can control how he peeks you, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're throwing the flash that you like to throw, but you're peeking too early, so it blinds you. Also, although this is a good flash, ideally, when we take long early round, we want someone else to be throwing the flash for us so that we can get out long and take this fight fast. Because if we're slowed, because we're throwing our own flash, it means that the CT can cross and then there can be a multitude of angles. Whereas if we're fast out, they can only be one possible angle. But maybe you just don't have teammates that can flash for you. Okay, it's a nice shot. You seem a little worried about going long. Like, you keep looking back at your teammates. Maybe they're telling you something? I don't know. It's a bit strange. Yeah, peeking grenade out. Don't know why. You actually saw this guy cross, so it'd be good to spam here. Yeah, like, you saw this guy cross to here, which means he's stuck. Which is why he actually smokes tunnel himself late, because he needs to get out of this angle. So when someone's stuck here, take advantage of that fact. From this position, throw a grenade, bounce off this wall, bang, 50 HP done. Then when he smokes, shoot the smoke, spam, because he has to cross out, right? Because he's stuck. That's why he smokes, so he can get out safely. So If you see a teammate that, sorry, if you see an enemy that gets stuck somewhere, like he crosses here, he's stuck here, throws a smoke to get out, spam the smoke because he's gonna cross to get out. But that's just a tip, really. And that's it. That was pretty strong. A very good T round with the flash um, that you used to get out long, and then you got like a 1v1 clutch that was good. Aim was pretty decent for your level. That I was quite impressed. It's a good Dust 2 game. ADR is strong. When you look at stats after round, I feel like probably ADR is the most important to determine how impactful you are in a game, although it's not everything. But your ADR is strong. There's a few deaths that were caused by misplays, but that's fine because we can improve and learn from them. I love assists because you were doing a lot of damage. I definitely feel like on CT side, every time you had an M4A1S, you were a lot more successful than you had an M4A4. So yeah, that was a good game. Thanks for sharing.